Hello guys, Review Bros back with another one. Something a little bit different today.
Yeah, so we get asked all the time, how do we get so jacked? So what we did, we asked the question, do people want to see some training principles we've been picking up over the last 10 years of training? Yes, so what we're going to do, we're going to collaborate all of these different training principles together. Beginners, intermediate, and some for you advanced guys out there. Stay tuned, let us know what you think. Straight in there at number one, we've got the drop set classics. So this is obviously picking a weight you can only get a few reps for. Do make sure you fail at that weight, and then quite obviously you literally drop the weight at least 25%. We drop it here 50%, and then obviously what you're going to try and achieve is again rep it out all the way to failure. This is going to seriously break down the muscle tissue and take the body further than it's been in a normal straight set. Give that a go guys and let us know.
Next up is 21s. Now obviously you can make this any number you like, 30, 40 if you like. It's going to get more intense as you increase that number. So you do 7 reps at the bottom end of it, 7 reps at the top end of it, and then 7 full range of motion.
In at number 3, we've got the forced reps. You're going to need a training partner for this one. You're going to pick a weight, you go to failure, and then the partner's going to assist you with those extra reps to make sure the muscle is really torn apart.
Okay, and then we move into something what we call rest pause. So you just do a straight set to near failure, rest for approximately 10 seconds so you've got some energy back, and then crack straight back into the set again and get a few more reps until failure. Just pushing yourself the extra mile really.
Okay, bringing the pain. Superset is an idea that was bringing 2 exercises together without any rest. Obviously there'll be the same body part. Shown here is shoulders. You could choose any exercise, so it could be a flat dumbbell bench with a fly, but it's just making sure you're hitting those muscles from different angles, but making sure you're really going to pain.
And then we move into pre-exhaustion, so you're going to be leaving your ego at the door on this one because you won't be lifting as heavy later on in the session. So choose an isolation exercise, burn yourself out, achieve that mind-muscle connection, and it will set you up for the session.
And in that 7th spot we have tricep. Now very similar to the superset, this is just adding on 1 extra exercise. It's going to be a bit more grueling guys, so stick with it.
And then we have partial. So the idea behind this is to go to complete failure, and as you're achieving failure, obviously slowly bring down that range of motion to the stronger portion of the rep, and then carry on until you really do fail altogether and you cannot move.
Dead stops, one of our very favourites. You're taking the momentum out of the movement, so be prepared for pain. One really good setup is a barbell bench press with the supports just above the chest, and you can rest the bar and press away. Remember, all on the muscle.
And then we move into negative. So you're going to want to go about 20% above your 1 rep max. You're going to need a training partner for this one. So they're going to help you up with the positive portion of the rep, and then you're slowly going to control the negative section of the rep down, and it's going to work your muscle fibers in a way they're not used to achieve more muscle breakdown.
Here we go, number 11, FST 7 or fascia stretch training. This is an idea coined by the famous bodybuilding coach Haney Rambod. He's used this method on athletes such as Jay Cutler and Phil Heath, no less. So the idea is to do 7 sets with 30 seconds rest in between each set. So it really does break down that muscle tissue. It's great to have a training partner to force you on this one, but again, this one can be done solo. As I mentioned, with Olympia level athletes, it's a great burner. This is very, very similar to GVT training or German volume training, where you would do 10 sets of exercise with about a minute's rest in between. So that's something else that can extend this pain threshold.
And then we move into resistance band training. Now these come in different levels of strength. Here we've got the lighter ones. The idea behind this is it's going to work against your strength curve, so it's actually going to make the lift more difficult as you get to the top end of the rep. Now this is notorious for creating more muscle breakdown than what you would normally achieve. Expect serious cramps for hours after training.
Okay guys, moving into the advanced section, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Pick a light weight. So the idea is to do 50 reps, wait a minute, 40 reps, wait a minute, 30 reps, and then obviously it keeps continuing on, and then pyramid back up. This is seriously painful. You're going to want someone pushing you on. You may be thinking this is going to be easy with the same weight. That's not the case, guys. You want to chuck 1 to 2 kilos up each set, all the way up to 10, and then reverse.
And then we move into MENACE style. This was actually created by Dennis James himself, the IFBB pro bodybuilder. So the idea is to do 1 slow rep positively and then negatively as well, followed by 4 normal speed reps, and repeat until you can't do them anymore essentially. And that's just going to confuse the muscle and break it down a lot more than normal.
In at 15 we have giant sets. So it started off in the pleasant beginnings of superset, moving into the triset, and now finally that giant set. This is something you want to pick 4 exercises targeting the same muscle group. Double the amount of exercise as a superset, double the pain.
That moves us into occlusion training. Now you can actually get occlusion bands, or you can just use your knee wraps or your elbow wraps in a makeshift way. You're going to want to wrap these at about a 7 out of 10 on pressure. And this is great for trapping the blood, creating that mind-muscle connection and getting nasty pumps.
Wrapping off these extreme training principles comes number 17, Pyramid Up Special Edition. Now you can set this out as a challenge, guys. The aim is to do 1 plate aside for 10, then 2 for 20, 3 for 30, 4 for 40, and so on. Anyone who can reach the 10 plates for 100 reps is a true champion of the gym. Now remember guys, this is dependent on the muscle group, so we suggest smaller body parts would only use 5 kilo plates, but for example on the leg press, you're going to be wanting to use the big 20s. Grind it out guys, and I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Boom!
Alright guys, thanks for watching along, and I hope you did enjoy it and you've learnt a thing or two from that.
Guys, you are going to be in pain should you decide to use any of those. Also guys, we want to know what are your favourite training principles, perhaps something we haven't mentioned. Scroll through the comments and you may find other users' training principles, and they could bring a whole new world of pain. Really hope you've enjoyed this episode guys. If you call in sick at work the next day due to extreme muscle cramps, don't blame us guys. Really hope you have enjoyed the episode. Let us know how much pain you've got. Give us a thumbs up, share and subscribe. It means the world to us guys. Thank you again. As always,
stay
stimmed.